think that you can walk a road that no one ever walked before.
Again. Don't forget, we'll be out in just a few minutes for our talkback with.
What'd you think? How many of you have seen the show before? And how many of you haven't? And how many of you would like to see it again? And how many of you are cosplaying it? Is this how? What moved you to dress for the part and come out here and be part of it all? He loves Hadestown. Oh. How many times have you seen it?
This is my third time.
Third time. And you have the cast album, I'm sure?
Yes, I do.
Yes. Do you actually, does anyone have it as an album or you have the vinyl? Oh, that's cool. How many of you have the vinyl or, well, let's start with vinyl. How many vinyls? One, two. Oh, and there it is. Okay, how many CDers out there? How many of you have it on CD? Right here. And how many of you stream it? Yeah. The cast, as I'm sure you can figure out, are getting ready. They had a change out, relax for a moment, then they're going to come out and join us. We're going to have about 5 cast members with us. And, well, 4 cast members and 1 crew person, if my notes are right. And so we'll get chatting with them in just a minute. But while we wait for them to come out, do you all have any questions that I can entertain? I'm going to do my little Carol Burnett here. Okay, we'll start right over there. Nice and loud. You.
Do you happen to know what game Persephone and Hades were playing in the first couple songs? I know it's them in the back doing something. And I'm like,
Actually, I don't know.
Okay.
You know what I was wondering? If Hades, he's sitting there reading, and I wonder if every night he actually brings out something to read, and he's just reading, because he's got a long time until he gets going in the character. He doesn't? He just sits there and is in character?
They're playing dominoes.
Oh, dominoes. There's your answer. We got it. Next question. Okay, you right there.
What is the choice of Persephone's dress green for the part of Persephone? I'm sorry, that was weird.
I don't know. Do you know? I didn't know that either. I don't think we clearly heard your question to start with.
So her green dress.
Her green dress.
Yeah. Is that because she's the daughter of spring, or? Okay.
Yes, I'm hearing a yes from the collective. We're crowdsourcing answers right now. There we go. What else do we have? Okay, way over there. I have no idea. My expertise is not this show per se, but I can talk more general Broadway with you, but I have an answer for you. When they come out, they're going to know all this stuff. And just so you know, we are going to be taking questions from the audience. And if it works like it did last time, we're going to have 2 microphones floating around the audience. So when one question on this side is being asked, make sure whoever is going to ask the next question has the mic with them, because then we can move through them quicker. Because what I've seen happen oftentimes is we wait for the mic to get to someone and we eat up too much time. Right here, yes.
Do you happen to know 2 questions?
2 questions.
Is it still touring, or is it still on Broadway?
Is this still on Broadway? Yes.
And 2, where does this performance show up next after Houston?
They'll have to tell you unless somebody here knows where they go next. Where is it? Austin. It'll be in Austin next. There is rumor, and I don't know if they'll have the answer for us. Oh, here they come now. Well, here's our first one. Yes, the rumor is, quickly then we'll introduce him, the rumor is that some are talking about it maybe closing on Broadway. Is there any truth to that you've heard?
I don't think that it'll close anytime soon.
You don't think? Okay, good. That's better news. First of all, introduce yourself to everyone.
Hi y'all, I'm Joe Rumi. I play Worker 4 and understudy Hermes.
So how was our crowd tonight for you?
Y'all were awesome. I like whenever there's a crowd that gets shocked at the ending.
Yeah.
Often.
Really? If you know the story, but I mean, I knew the story, and still the way, which I think is amazing, the way it's staged, it lends itself for that gasp.
Yeah.
Even if you know what's going to happen.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Questions while we have him here alone, because we're going to have a couple more join us. Who's got a question out there? Right there, nice and loud.
What's it like being an understudy?
What's it like being an understudy?
I'm always on edge. Yeah, the last time I did it was our first year on May 2nd. So I haven't done it in the full term of a pregnancy. And
before we introduce our next guest, as an understudy too, there are points where you may go in the middle of a show. A performance may already be going.
that hasn't happened to me yet, and I haven't done that to anyone yet.
Yeah. All right, if our next 2 guests can introduce themselves and who they play, though, you can probably guess.
I know. Hi, my name is Hawa Kamara, and I play Eurydice. Yeah.
There we go, the song. Hi, my name's Hike DeMerciana. I'm the trombonist.
And Glockenspiel, yeah. Hi, I'm Namisa Mdalo Sabizana, and I play Persephone.
And I think another chair just came out, so I think we have someone else join. There we go. And introduce yourself and tell them all who you are.
I'm Miracle Miles. I was worker 3 tonight in the show.
Okay, Miracle, give me the story of that name.
Oh, wow. We'd be here all night.
Well, we can't be here all night, but we can take questions from the audience. Do we have the mics floating? We have one there. Are we only working one tonight? Or do we have two mics?
One in a minute.
We'll have a second one in a minute? Okay, so this side of the room is going to get to talk first. Catch his attention to get the mic, even if we're talking somewhere else, so that we can jump back and forth more quickly. If you go find someone with the first question, I guess, for you, first of all, and I thought about this during the show, and I've never asked this question of a performer before in a musical. And the question is, oftentimes when you're discovering a character, I would assume, as a performer, you're looking at how you move, how that character talks. Oh. Sorry. This is chat after dark. But I'm wondering, do you also think about it when you sing, how that character would sing? And is that the same way you would sing if you were just in concert as yourself?
Oh, yeah, no, I'd say it's entirely different just because I feel like it's in a more emotional arc. Like if you were to ask me to sing Flowers, I probably wouldn't sing it the same, like in concert, I wouldn't sing it the same way I'd sing it, you know, on stage, just because it's a lot of emotional things going on in my brain. And I think the emotions sort of drive the way I sing for the most part in this show.
I guess I'll share the same question with you.
Oh gosh, feels like I wasn't listening very well. If I remember your question, sorry, I spaced out.
Basically, as you discover character, does that also influence the way you sing a song? And I'm so happy he's joining us because I'm dying to hear what his speaking voice is actually like.
I mean, 100%. I think for me, just like how I also there's a lot of physicality happening on stage as well. So how you know, when you're standing still and singing versus moving around and having action in your body, that also influences your voice. I have the pleasure of playing Persephone, and so I'm one of the characters that get to paint with many colors. So there aren't many like no's in my track. It's kind of our director always said, like, don't sit in one emotion for too long. So I get to just play around. So every day sounds different, honestly. Yeah.
Let our last two guests who have joined us introduce themselves and who they play.
Hi everyone, I'm Jonice, my pronouns are they, them. I'm a worker and I also understudy the Fates.
Hi friends, my name is Ryan for Hadi. I play worker 5 and I'm the understudy for Hades.
They keep pointing at a chair and there's I don't know if someone else is joining us. Okay, I asked for questions from the audience. Who's got one? First, where's the mic? Nice and loud into your microphone.
Hi, I want to thank y'all so much. I did ask a question earlier about Persephone's costume, but they answered. So thank you so much for everything. And Eurydice, your dance moves, are they ad-libbed? Is that a whole bunch of different things? I'm sorry, I don't know anything.
No, it's okay. Everything's pretty choreographed. Or at least like everything I do with the workers, I definitely had to put some work into to memorize because everyone's doing something different and just the spacing is interesting and very, very good. Yeah, everything's choreographed unless I can put a little pizzazz in it.
You might not have noticed even more people have joined us on stage, which actually I think in all of these that we've done, this is probably the largest turnout from the company, which says a lot about the unity within the company. But introduce yourselves and what you do in the show.
Hi, I'm Fernando. I'm the assistant wardrobe supervisor, and I'm also head of wigs and makeup.
Hey, I'm Sam Wade, and I play guitar.
So I guess, let me ask a question over here of wardrobe, makeup, all that, and wigs. How do you keep, when you're, with the amount of use that happens to these costumes, to keep them fresh, yet looking worn, all at the same time, and that every night we get the same experience?
So I mean, it's a bit of a process. So we are fortunate that since the costumes are supposed to look distressed, we don't really have to oh, there's a hole in it. Okay, we need to fix it. We can kind of let it go. Although every hole, every tear are usually all intentional. All of our holes are reinforced so that way they don't keep spreading. So if you're a sewist here, if you ever want to do distressed clothing, make sure that when you make a hole, you also want to stitch around it so it doesn't get bigger.
Okay, out in the audience, who's got the mic now? Where's the microphone? Okay.
Hi.
Hi.
My name is Rasul Rahman. I'm from Cypress Park High School, and I have 2 questions. My first question is, what kind of vocal training would you guys do for singing?
Ooh, vocal training of our singers up here.
I feel like all of our experience is very different. I personally didn't start vocal training until college, which was just a few years ago. I know some people have been training their whole lives. Yeah, I don't think there's any right or wrong way. Just as soon as you can start, just get started.
And second question?
So my second question is a little bit weird. I'm from Cypress
Welcome to the club.
I'm from Cypress Park High School, and we're Troop 8389. And we were wondering if you could just tell us, we support Troop 8389.
Do you want like a countdown? We get another video?
Yeah. Yes, would that be okay?
3,
Give the
8,
number
1,
again.
9.
What is it?
Troop 8389.
I'm 8389.
Yes.
Okay.
I want to say we support you guys do numbers. I can't do
Yeah.
that.
Okay.
I don't trust myself. Okay,
All right,
ready?
good.
Yeah.
I'll give a countdown. Oh wait, do you have a question? Okay. Ready?
Yeah.
3, 2.
We support you, 889. Dropped out. I promise we're
Perfect.
okay. I promise.
I couldn't imagine any better. Okay, let's see over here, right here. Were you all excited or bummed that the turntable wasn't part of the tour?
I love talking about this because initially, before even entering the rehearsal space, the answer was bummed because the original staging of this show is so iconic and it's such an integral part of it. But not only do I love the way that our tour readapted a lot of the moments, I actually think there's a lot of moments that work better and interact better in our version than in the Broadway version. And my favorite example of this is Chant, because Hades and Persephone in the Broadway version of Chant, as you know, are on the lift until the very end of the song, which is awesome when they emerge from hell, but then they stand there for the whole song. And I love this, our version kind of feels like walking through the different rooms of the Hadestown and showing her this room and this room, and it just, there's a lot of moments that feel a lot more fluid in our version that I love.
And I just want to know, how low does your voice go? How low can you get down?
A D1.
Which sounds like? Yeah, I cut
I do
some.
not have perfect pitch.
I cut off someone who else down there wanted to say something.
Oh, I was just saying, we were talking about the turntable, and I was just gonna backpack off of what Ryan was saying. Is I think I actually prefer the no turntable because it really brings the show back to its roots. It's we obviously all love the turntable, but a lot of the things that were added to the Broadway production of it, were kind of spectacleized, and they were not there before, the show moved to Broadway. So when we do the show, it feels a lot more like the original, and it feels more at home. I think, when Aeneas came and saw us, I think she even preferred our version, because she had to spectacleize up her baby, and
Right.
kind of, make it this whole Broadway thing. So it's I think it just brings it back to the storytelling, and it brings back that feeling of, the DIY of it all, which is Hadestown is all about. So for me, I actually prefer it. And if I ever direct the show, I will do it this way.
If you haven't already gotten into the New York Theater Workshop version of the show, please do.
And you want to answer?
I'm okay. So as far as the turntable, I'm speaking from the technical side, from the tech side, crew side of it, and I think I speak for all our backstage crew that we are so much more happier that there is no turntable. And so the reason for that is because when we load in the show, The crew starts at 7, 8 o'clock in the morning sometimes, and we go on, and depending on how long, putting this entire production in, because we load in the same day we do a show. So we just built this, everybody built in this in just this morning. So having to include the turntable would just only add more stress and more hours, because if something, let's say if something happens to go wrong with the turntable and half of the set's already built, like that's just gonna cause more issues.
And last week they built it 5 times and took it down 5 times.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, last week there were four load-ins in a row. So we did 3 one-nighters and 1 on Friday for the weekend. So we basically everything here got built up and got taken down all in one day. So yeah, so
and it's accessible to, like, if the spaces that we go to can't always accommodate what we have, and our set is not really that big, and even some of the theaters we've had to kind of take some things out to be able to accommodate ourselves within that space. And so it's so that we can go to, yeah, exactly, it means we can go to spaces that wouldn't necessarily be able to accommodate Broadway shows otherwise.
Thank you. Okay, back over here. You have a question for me?
Hi. So as a high school student myself, and as for any high school students that might be in this audience tonight, what is some advice that you would give us as students that are pursuing theater as a career?
I have something that I say to almost everyone that I meet, because it's advice that I was given when I was in my first year of college. And a fourth year student turned to me and said, find something else that you love as well. And I know it sounds incongruent, but I think the danger of art school is that it can make you feel so insular, and you hold things so preciously that it feels like you begin to like kill the baby because you're choking and you're holding onto it so much. And the dream is the dream will exist anyway. And I think the more that you make your life rich, the more you go, take extra dance lessons in a workshop that you never would have done, or go do something, go take a cooking lesson, or go travel, or whatever it may be, the more rich that you have your life outside of theater, the more that you'll bring it in your work. And so go learn another language, go cycle through wherever, go live your life, and that life will bring life to the work that you have.
Great answer.
I'd like to say something kind of on the other side of that as well. Like, taking care of your craft is like, I just can't express enough how important that is. I put a lot of study into this instrument, and I played a lot of things that were a lot harder than Hadestown, so that when the time came and I went to the first rehearsal and I was reading this music for the first time, I was able to get through the whole book, right? So if you practice things that are harder than the things you want to do, you will end up being able to do that pretty easily.
Yeah.
The shorthand advice I always give is stay on stage, and what I mean by that is, especially in the kind of developmental phases of wanting to be an artist, the joy of theater making and the joy of just being in a rehearsal space, being on stage, that should be what drives you through, because if you want to make this your career, there will be a lot of very difficult times where your love of theater making is the thing getting you to work that day. So the more that you are pushing yourself to take the opportunities that are in your community, in your school, in your immediate space, regardless of what those might be, will continue to lay the building blocks for you to continue your training and further yourself in this craft.
Yeah, and just bouncing off of everybody, I actually used to be a high school theater tech teacher. So yeah, Troop 7368. Yeah, we also had a troop. But one of the advices that I would always give my students is to, okay, I guess me. Honestly, stay organized. I cannot stress that enough. Stay organized. You have your book, you have your script, take your notes on there, do post-its, do little tabs, but on top of that, also keep a small notepad with you, because if you're running around and an actor says, hey, can we talk about this, whatever, be like, okay, let me write it down, take a note of it, so that way you can remember it, because then the actor might forget, they go on stage, the thing that they're trying to talk to you about happens again, and then, you know, it just causes more issues. Where at that point, if you have your note, you're like, oh, you know, we were supposed to talk about this. You can go and talk to them, get it all sorted out. So definitely note-taking, a lot of note-taking, a lot of organization. It's kind of like one of the big parts when it comes to being a stage manager.
I feel like these two folks have had their hands up for the whole time.
Oh, so you're calling on them?
I'm calling out.
Okay, here's the problem. It's got to be the best questions we've heard all night.
White shirt, red
White
flower.
shirt. First one. Best question of the night. Here it comes. Pressure's on.
Thank you. So, Hades, understudy. So, tonight, great performance. I really want to ask about being the understudy and performing that character tonight. How was that for you? And whenever you're not playing that character, do you ever practice for that? How is being an understudy with that big of a character and this big of a show, how's that been like for you, and how do you really feel about getting the chance to actually play that character tonight?
Well, I've been in and out of the Hadestown callback room for many, many years, and like ever since I saw the show for the first time on Broadway, Hades was a dream role of mine that I thought I would get to in like 30 some years. And when they mounted this tour, that was when I first met a lot of this team and a lot of these people, and that was kind of the first chance that I felt like, you know, a close brush to getting to play this role. And that opportunity wasn't the time for it. I was too young. I wasn't, you know, prepared to like step into these shoes yet. So getting to come into this show first of all, if you can survive the worker track, you can survive anything. So getting to come into this show and experience it through the lens of like truly what I think is the backbone, like the workers, the you know, ensemble that moves this show forward, was a blessing. Getting to learn from our amazing creative team, from Nick, who plays the role excellently every single night, and just getting to kind of like see that from the outside lens really lent itself a lot to like just me learning the world of the show. And honestly, when I debuted and the first few times I did it, honestly still, I fight so much imposter syndrome that comes with playing an older character, playing a literal god. Like there's, you know, there's a lot of, like I said, I've gotten to learn so much from Nick, who has played this role for hundreds and hundreds of performances and like really lives in all that very naturally. And it's still kind of coming to me, but it has taught me a lot about trusting my own power, my own presence, my own stillness, and kind of just like letting myself ease into it and relax into it has really, you know, I feel like helped my performance develop. Also, just as acting advice in general, you know, you always are meant to like put as much as you can on your scene partner and react based on your scene partner, and Namisa is the best scene partner that anyone could ever have. And so truly, and Nick will tell you that too. And so, you know, those first few times when I was like shaking in my boots, trying to like look intimidating, just like, you know, focusing on the one person you're on stage with, focusing on Hawa, on Namisa, on your scene partner in that moment will take you very far. Yeah, a lot of scheming and nebulizing.
Okay, you picked who was the last one? Right here. Okay, the final question. Here comes the mic. There you go.
Do you have a favorite costume detail that the audience might not be able to notice?
Ooh, good one.
It's a tiny one, but all of the fates, and same with Eurydice, we all get to pick our rings. So like a lot of the rings, they just throw out like a huge bucket of rings, and a lot of them are themed for the show, and it's so nice to feel like you have your own personal touch. And for me personally, I put on different rings for different fates, so it feels like it's like a little different, which I enjoy.
I don't know if this is canon per se, but it's something that Nick and I talked a lot about. The tattoo sleeve.
Yeah.
Obviously, at first glance, it is meant to resemble the wall that he is building, brick by brick, on his arm. Something that Nick told me that I've stuck with is that he tattoos a new brick every time Persephone leaves, because she leaves every 6 months, forever and ever and ever. Yeah. So
Got a bunch of aww.
So when you're sitting up there and I'm like the whole All I've Ever Known way down sequence when I'm just like reading the paper and sitting, I've just been like counting bricks. I've been like, like, damn, like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years of like yearning, and it's all displayed on his arm.
Great answer. Yep.
Oh, you want to go first? You go first.
Okay. I have these really cool. Huh?
You're stealing it?
Stealing what?
Your costume?
I'm gonna put it back.
Oh, okay.
I'm not a thief. I'm not a thief.
We won't stay.
It's going back. I have
Ooh,
to
they're
take it
giving her a
off.
hard time up here.
My goodness.
I'm on your side.
Yeah.
Thank you. Anyway. These are the tweeds I put in my hair. I do a couple like twists and a couple braids with my locks. And I just think they're really cool. I also have these like little shells that I put in. And I also think the makeup I use with Eurydice is sort of giving like, not angsty girl, but like just girl who's like, just putting things on her face. You know what I mean? Like, just like dirt. Obviously a nasty brow, obviously. Can't walk out looking crazy. But yeah, I love all the little details going into the rings and the little bracelets and everything that makes her, that all comes off when she becomes a worker. So, yeah.
Well, before I let them go, I just want to let all of you know tomorrow on our radio show on Hello Houston, 11 to 1, we're going to have Hermes on the show. And we're going to be interviewing him. So tune in on News 88.7. Anybody else have a final thought? Did I miss someone with? Yep, right down there.
I would just like to say, first of all, thank you all for coming. Thank you for speaking with us. If you have any burning questions, please reach out to all of us on social media.
Yeah,
our
we do
Instagram,
answer
everything's in
eventually.
the program. So we'll get back to you if there's any burning questions. We don't want to miss out on anyone.
And give it up for this incredibly talented cast. Thank you all for staying up a little bit later with us tonight. And thank you for coming and supporting the art right here in Houston.
Thanks, friends.
Whoopsie.